Hello friends, welcome back to our CCNA 200-301 series. Today is video number 83. In video number 83, we are going to discuss about a starting topic, whatever we missed before, that is span leave. If you see the CCNA CISCO syllabus, that is 1.2.c, in this one we have span and leaf. So we need to do this network topology, architecture and the characteristics. We already finished 2-tier, 3-tier WAN, SOHO and on-premises and cloud. So only one topic is left in this span leaf. We are going to do that one, and after that next video we will have the 1.11, that is describe wireless principle non-overlapping. After that I am going to start network automation. That is the last topic of our CCNA. As per our student request, I am going to start that one, automation and programmability. Okay, so we will have two video after that. This last topic is going to start, that is automation and programmability. Then our CCNA syllabus will be finished, and you can review. If I miss any topic, write in the comments, so I will try to cover that one also. Then we will see if we can start CCNP, or if you like we can solve the previous exam question paper for the CCNA. Okay, so let's start here. We will discuss span and leaf. We can say span and leaf. This is a span and leaf is a two-layer network topology. So I will write here one point. This is span and leaf is a two-layer, that is a two-layer network topology. Okay, just we have the theoretical concept, so you need to remember this is a two-layer network topology. Let me erase and write this is a network topology, so I will write topology. Okay, it is a two-layer topology, consists of what we have here. We have here spine and leaf. So we have span and leaf switches. As we all are aware about the traditional network, that is a 3-tier. If you remember, we have 3-tier topology, network topology. We already discussed this one. In this we have what we have in this is a 3-layer. We can say it is having 3-layer. What layer we have in this? We have access layer. We have access layer. If you remember our old video, then we have distribution, and we have core layer. This is the general topology of any enterprise. Wherever we are using, we will have the core layer of the on the top. Let me draw and show you the diagram. This is a traditional. Let me erase this whatever we have here below, so it is simple and easy to understand. Let me draw here. Okay, so see, if you remember, we have the 3-tier network topology that is having the core layer switch. We can say core layer here, and it is connected like this. And then we have the distribution or aggregation. We can say this is a distribution or aggregation layer. Let me connect this here like this. And then we will have the access layer. This is the access layer, and here also we have the access layer. Okay, and this one we can say redundancy like this we can have, and here also we can have the redundancy like this. Okay, so you can say this is a core layer. This we already cover, just I am drawing here. This is a distribution, or we can say aggregation, and this is a access layer. What is access layer means? Here we can connect our server or PC or printer, whatever thing we want to connect. That is nothing but a access layer. So if you see here, we have in the traditional, that is a 3-tier network topology, we have 3, that is core layer, distribution layer, access layer. But now the new one which we are learning, in that one we have only 2 layer, that is span and we have leaf. Okay, so let me draw that one also to show you. This is a small topic actually, not big, and we don't have so many things. Just you need to compare with the traditional way. And this span and leaf architecture we are using in a data center. You know what is data center, right? Data center is nothing but a place where you have lot of routers, servers and switches. If you want to host anything, In the cloud you can host like AWS, or you can Azure, you can use that one. Means example, you can say cloud is nothing but present in our different location where we can buy whatever requirement our server we need, and we can use that one and pay the bill, as we already discussed this one. Okay, so now let me draw here and show you the new architecture which we are going to discuss, span and leaf. In this we have one switch here. Let me draw here, and we have one more switch here, and we have other switch here, example this one. Okay, and let me take one more also, and this one connect like this, here, here and here, and this one connect like this. And this this switches level, we can say this one as a spine, and this one we can say as a leaf. This down one we can say as a leaf. Okay, so this one is a leaf, and here we can connect the end devices. Here we will have the end devices. Okay, so here we will have the spine, and here we will have the leaf. So this is a new, we can say the topology consists of the leaf switches. This is the leaf switches connected to the end devices. This is the end devices connected to end devices. Example, client or server, or represent access layer. This represent as a access layer, as it is supporting to the end devices. Okay, and we have span switch which connected to our leaf switch, replacing this span switch with a aggregation and distribution layer switch. Okay, and we can say leaf switch mesh into span, forming the access layer that delivering the network connection here from point to the server. So server can communicate going here, and then it will go here, and then it will come like this. This way we can say if the communication is going from here to here, we can say east and west. If the communication is going from down to up, we can say north and south. Okay, so now you need to remember in this one where we are using these types of architecture, means it is useful for a data center that experience more east and west network traffic than the north and south traffic. Like in our data center we have virtualization, and we have many server and many cluster server present in this, and they want to communicate with the server in the east and west, not like north and south. So they need to east and west, they need to communicate like this way, So for these types of communication, this is a simple and very fast compared to the traditional one, because we will go here, and after that if it is connected here, then it will come like this. But if you see the traditional way, if this PC want to communicate with this PC, example, then this will go like this, and then it will go here. Then again from the core switch, it will go from core switch to distribution switch, then from access switch from here. But if you compare the this one spine and leaf architecture, we are getting directly from here, then from here, then easily. Okay, so just you remember, let me tell you some points so you can remember that one. You can say this topology is compressed of a leaf switches that is connected to the end devices. This is end devices down, example client and server, which is representing, this one is represented as a axis because it is behaving as a axis layer switch. Okay, and you can write another point is spine. This one is a spine and this one is a leaf. So this leaf we already discussed, it is connected to the end switches, and spine is connected to the leaf switches, and it is replacing this one as a aggregation and distribution layer switch. Okay, and this will work as a east and west type, not like north and south. Like in traditional network, it is working like a north and south, but whereas here if you see this spine leaf, this work as a east and west. Okay, and theory is only simple, this one only, and where we are using this type of architecture means we are using in the data center. Okay, thank you for seeing our video. Subscribe to our channel, like our video, share with your friend. Thank you, bye.